right, good morning to you, Grenada, Caribbean, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today, Monday. It is the 22nd day of July 2024. Hey, Gordon Joseph in your company. A privilege. Not a right, a privilege. Yeah, so cherish that. Thank him for that. It's overcast on the outside. We'll hear the exact weather forecast just a little later on in the morning. But if you're leaving home, be prepared. We're in the rainy season, so you should always be prepared. Hoping you had yourselves a great week. Yeah. Great weekend. And you're starting this new work week for most of us on a high. Realizing that it's not because of anything good that you did that you're alive this morning, while others are dying or dead. It's because of his favor, right? So thank him for that. It's 22 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We've got to get straight into the program. Get with the program. And it's time for us to head on to the word of the day. The word of the day today, it is that what is svelte. Svelte. S-V-E-L-T-E. That's how it is spelled. S-V-E-L-T-E. Svelte. And, right, I'm trying to get coordinated with my television producer guy. Dorian, good morning to you. Hope you had a great weekend. And while we try to get this up on our television screen, I just want to say good morning to you, Mary E. Banks, Marilyn Gilbert, good morning. Also, Catherine Phillip, Frances Buckmeyer, good morning. Yulin Alexander, of course. Yeah, she says it's Marvelous Monday. Good morning to you, Mildred Smith, together with Shem. Good morning. Rochelle Cummings, Keith Lalsin is there. Jillian McIntyre, good morning. Michelle Bernard. Hermione, good morning to you. How are you this morning? Hope you're doing fine. Yeah. So remembering the word of the day today is the word svelte, S-V-E-L-T-E, but it's pronounced as S-V-E-L-T. And someone described as svelte is considered slender or thin in an attractive or graceful way. Svelte can also be used to describe something slick, such as a vehicle or an article of clothing. Oh, merciful Father, take my heart, save my soul. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. The svelte dancer seemed to float across the stage. Hear my pride, hear my pride. 20 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. That was the word of the day today. All right.
This is the day the Lord has made. So let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah, my pride.
As we're heading into our motivational tip of the day, hope we can get that.
Well, if I had another chance to start afresh again and live this life all over, things just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
Since for tomorrow, there is no guarantee. I want to say thank you, Jesus, for all you've done for me. Yes, Lord. Oh, Father, thank you for another day. Oh, merciful Father, oh, please hear my prayer. Oh, Father, thank you for the sacrifice. Oh, merciful Father, oh, yes, I'm still alive. Play the music. Oh, my child.
All right, we seem to be having some connectivity issues there.
Hear my prayer. Hear my prayer. So even though my life.
All right, let's see what, let's do a thought of the day this morning. And yeah, let's do that. Let's see what the thought. Good morning, Gary, Mr. Smooth Roberts. Hope you're doing fine. Yep.
And yes, you are my savior. And I put my trust in you.
Nadisha, good morning to you. Here's your thing. It's a toxic desire to try to be perfect. I realized later in life that the challenge is not to be perfect. It is to be whole.
Thank you for my daily bread.
It's a toxic desire to try to be perfect. It can kill you. Striving for perfection, trying to be perfect. You can't be perfect.
Oh, my child.
The only perfect man that walked the face of the earth was Jesus Christ himself, and he was still crucified. So perfection is not it.
One more time.
I later realized in life that the challenge is not to be perfect, but to be whole. Wholesome in mind, spirit, and body. Yeah.
Come from the Lord, which made heaven and earth.
17 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Buzzing. Caribbean Airlines to introduce an additional flight between Trinidad and Grenada just to engage us for the Spice Mass. That's nice.
You'll take care of the rest.
Love to see more regional tourists coming in. The folks from Jamaica.
Thank you for the privilege.
Yeah. I want to see more Jamaicans coming, more Haitians coming into the building. Good morning, JJ.
Nothing more I want
Daphne, Sylvie, Denzo, good morning.
than to live.
In the region, we hear that election process for new CDB president has begun.
Hear my cry.
Yeah. Internationally, well, if you're a news freak like I am, you would have heard that Joe Biden ended his election campaign and he has endorsed his Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee.
You wanna talk the talk. Oh,
I think that's a great decision. Biden looked fragile, you know, shaky. Balance yourself, young fellow.
let me live
81, you're still young. When you reach my age, what would you do?
all to you.
Morning, Nutmeg Queen. How you doing? Counting down the days, all right?
Thank you for my
Welcome in advance.
merciful Father.
In sports, Kirani finished fifth at the London Diamond League. And also we hear that Brooks, he led England into a strong position against West Indies in the second test.
My soul.
West Indies, boy, you also unpredictable.
My child.
You cannot bet on West Indies, you know. No. I mean, 400 plus in the first inning. In the second inning, 80 something for 5. Come on, who does that? Nonetheless, folks, it's time for us to take that break. We've got to head on to the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. See you on the flip side of 7. We have a very busy morning this morning in terms of the conversation, but see you on the flip side of 7.
Where are you come on? Where are you from? I was leave free promotion, it is all budget. Somebody send out the warning.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sits, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Flatlands, Park, Ship, and Print, together with Concept Events, present Pre-Day, the biggest show in Grenada's Carnival. Wednesday, August 7th, Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. A celebration of the Jab, featuring the Minister of Jab, the Jab Boss, Talpri.
I am the Jab Boss. Certain things I end now.
Also featuring guest performances by TNT's Road March King, Mikhail Tasia, Nadia Batson, and Sass. Cohen Dubois, Problem Child, Lil Rick, Lead pipe and status. Lyrical. Busways, Boise, Lava Man, Vaughn, Terror, The Governor, Skinny Banter, Super Fly and Flip, Muddy and Squeeze Head, Temperance Dash, and a whole lot more. Also, a special surprise guest. All early bird tickets are sold out. Get your $100 regular tickets right now, and also get your VIP $600 tickets. It is the biggest event to touch down this Carnival 2024. Pre-day.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Monday, July 22nd, 2024. Coming up in the news, Caribbean Airlines to introduce additional flight between Trinidad and Grenada for Spice Mass. In the region, election process for new CDB president has begun. Internationally, Joe Biden ends election campaign and endorses Kamala Harris as Democratic nominee. And in sports, Kirani finishes 5th at London Diamond League, and Brooke leads England into strong position against West Indies in the second test. We've got the details of these and more after these messages.
It's the Quartz Appliance Event. Cook it, fry it, bake it on a new Mabe stove for only $1,799. Stack it, pack it, and chill it with a Frigidaire 4-mount fridge for $2,749. Laundry piling up? Wash it, spin it, dry it in a Frigidaire 17-kilogram washing machine top, only $2,399. Get it now and pay later. It's the Quartz Appliance Event, only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offers end July 24th, 2024. Conditions apply.
Fly the Jones, Switch, it's Lava Man. It's all about spice up the Caribbean Soca Mona competition. It starts on the 26th of July. It's going to go on to the 2nd of August, then the 9th for the finals. I will be the host. Fly the Jones, Switch. Get there, see you there, be there. Nothing but vibes. Real mashup, yeah? Mad.
We have them girl whining around and round, we not forget. Right on the head now.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. Caribbean Airlines is all set to expand the flight operations between Trinidad and Grenada with a vision to offer a great opportunity to all travelers to soak up the breathtaking natural beauty of the Spice Isle. This flight route is open to all the travelers for 2 days, August 7th and 21st. As per the schedule, the aircraft with flight number BW430 will depart from Trinidad at 3:10 p.m. to reach Grenada by 3:50 p.m. on August 7th. The return flight BW431 will take off the same day at 4:35 p.m. from Grenada to reach Trinidad by 5:15 p.m. Meanwhile, on August 21st, the services from Trinidad to Grenada will be offered by the aircraft with flight number BW430. The aircraft will depart from Trinidad at 3:10 p.m. to reach Grenada by 3:50 p.m. On the other hand, the return flight with number BW431 will depart from Grenada at 4:35 p.m. to arrive at Trinidad by 5:15 p.m. Spice Mass 2024 focuses on supporting relief efforts after the destruction caused due to Hurricane Beryl. With the additional service between Trinidad and Grenada, the Caribbean Airlines aims to enhance its connectivity and ease its options to all the visitors. This expansion would also benefit the overall relations of the airline with Grenada by bringing a larger number of tourists to the country. Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antwine, says the ECCB will continue to invest in young people across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. The area of focus is digital skills, which is covered through several initiatives. He said the plan is to train more than 500 young people each year.
We have invested and continue to invest in our youth with respect to digital skills. So whether that's our Bright Sparks program, which is an internship program we have here at the Central Bank for young bright students coming out of A-levels, for example, state colleges who want to pursue a career in STEM, whether it's our SPICE scholarships, which we do in the summer to help students who are getting ready to get into an Ivy League university and need to have that preparation, STEM preparation, as well as the application to get in to pursue careers there. Whether it's what we started last year with the STEM camps, and now this year we will have the AI and the Python, generative AI and Python youth camps. And by the way, let me just say, our commitment is that for the next 5 years, we want to be able to, every summer, train at least 500 of our young people in the currency union in this very important area. That's where you're going to get your job, by the way, many of you.
The ECCB governor explained the plans for training in data management.
And then there's the infrastructure, where we're looking completely at how we manage data in this region. So there's a whole project that we're working on now to create a data architecture, a warehouse for us to be, because AI cannot succeed without data. If we want to build a digital economy, we have to have data and we have to manage the data and effectively use the data. As someone said, I don't remember who now, data is the currency of the 21st century. So we are investing in digital transformation here at the bank in terms of what we do, but also in terms of the infrastructure for the currency union and the skills that our young people and our youth must have the ability to utilize if they're going to really seize these opportunities.
With that story, it concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional roundup and international developments, along with the sports and the weather. They are straight ahead. At 5 minutes on to 7 o'clock, we now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Caribbean News Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning, I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
In St. Martin, the 50% upsurge in crime is worrying parliamentarians, but the police force is not properly equipped to go after criminals. 5 shootings in the past week, more than 63 robberies and the threats to parliamentarians are all signs of a deepening crisis in both French and Dutch St. Martin. Dutch St. Martin's Justice Minister Lyndon Lewis says the police force does not have the basic crime-fighting tools.
Capacity is the main issue, as there is insufficient budget for new recruits. A major concern is the lack of vehicles. Without them, no plan can be executed. operational materials such as uniforms, weapons, and ammunition are being received only gradually. The police force of St. Martin is unable to purchase communication devices and ICT materials such as licenses, computers, and software due to the budget constraints.
Parliamentarians want to know when Dutch St. Martin's police will get more vehicles, if there will be a gun amnesty, health and life insurance for police, and new detention facilities due to overcrowding of existing ones.
The Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, says Dr. Hyginus Jean Leon is no longer the president of that regional financial institution. The bank issued a statement yesterday, almost 3 months after he resigned from the post. Dr. Leon was sent on leave unceremoniously in January, and his electronic devices were seized. The CDB says its Board of Governors has been invited to submit nominations for the position of the president of the bank by August 26 this year. It is expected that the election process will end in October. After news broke about the way he was being treated, the CDB only then said the well-respected international economist had been the subject of an internal administrative process. No details about alleged infractions were ever made public.
Antigua and Barbuda believes that its better management of the Citizenship by Investment Program SIP will bring substantial earnings this year, even as its other Eastern Caribbean neighbors struggle with challenges to the program. Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Lucia are the other CBI participating countries. They recently signed a memorandum of agreement which includes a minimum price for any CBI option of $200,000 amid complaints that some agents for the various countries had been offering citizenship at cut prices. Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown.
Our CIP revenues would have increased within the last several months, and I believe that is as a result of the implosion that we've seen in some of the CIP programs within the region. The Antiguan program has now come out on top as easily the most stable CIP program within the region. We played it safe, we played by the rules, and whereas our revenues were relatively low, under 100 million easy dollars, I'm pretty sure that this year we should see an increase in CIP revenues, possibly up to about $200 million.
Meanwhile, Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett says his country will take a tough stand on any attempt to cut the cost of CIP options now that the agreement is in place. Prime Minister Scarrett responded recently to a complaint that a Dubai-based agent may be making sales under the designated $200,000 minimum.
Anybody who we are presented with evidence to show that you acquire citizenship for less than the legal fees, your citizenship will be revoked. Simple as that. And this is a question that the due diligence firms are mandated to ask.
Prime Ministers of the CIP participating countries are expected to discuss the challenges to the program, including the difficulties clearing payments through correspondent banks, when they meet at the CARICOM Heads of Government Conference to be held in Grenada next week.
Belize's opposition leader and the leader of the United Democratic Party, Moses Barrow, says his party's defeat in a by-election does not mean that he should resign. He says the trend is that Belizeans change governments every 2 terms, and so the UDP will continue to be patient. Mr. Barrow stopped short of accusing the ruling People's United Party of Prime Minister John Briceño of using state resources to buy votes in last Wednesday's by-election.
We cannot discount the fact that you have a government with millions of dollars in resources. We helped thousands of people in Toledo East. I could tell you that for a fact. School papers, medical bills, all types of help that the people desperately need. But the government has the power to triple that, to quadruple that.
This has been the Morning Edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And looking further afield, U.S. President Joe Biden withdrew from the presidential race after weeks of mounting pressure from Democrats. He says it's in the best interest of my party and the country, but will stay on for the final 6 months of his term. Biden endorses Kamala Harris, his vice president, to be the new Democratic nominee. Harris says she intends to earn and win the nomination and do everything in my power to unite our nation to defeat Donald Trump. Former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, who ran against Trump in 2016, also endorsed Harris, saying Democrats must fight with everything we've got to elect her. Former President Barack Obama says Democrats will name an outstanding nominee, but does not endorse Harris or any other candidate. Biden, who is 81, faced increasing calls to step aside since a faltering debate performance against Trump last month. Americans go to the polls in 4 months on November 5th. And finally, Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni has warned protesters that they will be playing with fire if they press ahead with plans to stage an anti-corruption march to Parliament on Tuesday. Young Ugandans have been organizing to march on social media to demand an end to corruption in government. They have been partly inspired by the counterparts in neighboring Kenya, who organized mass demonstrations that forced President William Ruto to drop plans to increase taxes. The protests have since morphed into calls for his resignation. In a televised address, Mr. Museveni warned the Ugandan organizers that the planned protests would not be tolerated. That concludes the regional roundup and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. With less than a week to go to the Paris Olympic Games, Olympic champion Kirani James placed 5th at the London Diamond League in the men's 400 meters on Saturday. Running out of lane 7, the three-time Olympic medalist ran a season's best of 44.38 seconds. The race was won by Matthew Hudson-Smith of Great Britain, who stormed to a new European record and world lead of 43.74 seconds. Vernon Norwood of the USA took second place with a personal best of 44.10 seconds, while Trinidad and Tobago's Jareem Richards finished in third place with a personal best of 44.18 seconds. Meanwhile, Harry Brooks' unbeaten 50 guided England to a strong position at stumps on a seesaw third day of the second test against West Indies at Trent Bridge. England were 248 for 3 in the second innings at Saturday's close, already a lead of 207 runs. Brooke was 71 not out, and star batsman Joe Root unbeaten on 37, with the pair having shared an unbroken stand of 108 in 23.4 overs. England had been in control against a wayward West Indies attack as Ben Duckett made 76, his second dashing 50 of the match, and Oli Pope added 51 to his first innings 121. But a change of ball led to a change of luck for the West Indies, with paceman Alzari Joseph removing both batsmen as England's 127 for 1 was soon transformed to 140 for 3. Root and Brooke, however, restored England's grip as they scored briskly against a tiring West Indies pace attack. England opened their second innings and 41 runs behind after an aggressive last-wicket stand of 71 between Joshua Da Silva, who was 82 not out, and Shamar Joseph on 33 that took the West Indies to a 457. It was the first time the West Indies had made 450 in a test innings for nearly a decade. That concludes the sporting highlights. At this time, we'll have more sports for you during a luncheon edition of news. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. right, folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Andre Charles at the Met Office of the MBIA. Good morning, Dre.
Good morning to you and to listeners of GBN. And here's weather for today, Monday the 22nd July 2024. Currently, it's PM. Winds are from the east at 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, 13.6 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature, 28.1 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity, 83%. Yesterday's maximum temperature, 31.8 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum, 25.9 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 2.8 millimeter of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month to 115.9 millimeters. Now let's have a look at the forecast value for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with occasional isolated morning showers. Maximum temperature, 32 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. Tides below at 11 a.m. and high at 4:45 p.m. Sunsets today at 6:35, rises tomorrow at 5:51. And just a repeat of the forecast, value for today and tonight. Fair to partly cloudy with occasional isolated morning showers. Maximum temperature, 32 degrees Celsius. I'm Andre Charles, reporting for the Met Office. Thank you.
Of course, Andrew, before you run out, I want to quiz you. I know we're in the rainy season, so I've been encouraging people to be prepared when they're leaving home. But since today is 3 weeks since Beryl's passage, and people are still on edge. So whenever we see heavy rain and dark clouds, we get worried. Are there any systems approaching us at the moment?
No, at the moment we have no area of concerns at the moment. There's a regular tropical wave that is still to the east of us. This one is very far away still, so we have a couple of days to go before it do make it approach the island chain. So we're in the clear for now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dre. Have yourself a wonderful time now.
All right. Thanks, thank you.
All right. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
The 65th annual meeting of shareholders of Grenada Electricity Services Limited will be held virtually on Zoom as well as at the Grenada Trade Center Annex on Tuesday, 23rd July 2024 at 4:30 p.m. Each virtual attendee is required to register. Registrants must be verified by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange. To allow adequate time for this process, we encourage shareholders to register early.
At 10 minutes after 7 o'clock, to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Locally, Caribbean Airlines to introduce additional flight between Trinidad and Grenada for Spice Mass. In the region, election process for new CDB president has begun. Internationally, Joe Biden ends election campaign and endorses Kamala Harris as Democratic nominee. And in sports, Kirani finishes 5th at London Diamond League, and Brooks lead England into a strong position against West Indies in the second test. That's the morning edition of news for today, Monday, July 22nd, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Running a business is hard. Running a creative business, that's 10 times harder. The Grenada Office of Creative Affairs understands the unique challenges creative entrepreneurs face, especially when it comes to securing financing. That's why they have partnered with the Grenada Development Bank to launch the Creative and Cultural Industries Business Development Fund. Hello. designed specifically for creative entrepreneurs like you and me. Unlock your full potential with our tailored financing options. Access loans of up to $50,000 at just 2% interest, empowering you to upgrade and expand your business. Receive business support vouchers of up to $5,000 to enhance your business plans, financial strategies, or marketing efforts. But that's not all. Nonprofits and community-based projects can secure grants of up to $25,000. So, what are you waiting for? Make the call today and learn how you can finance your dreams. Contact the Grenada Development Bank and unleash your creativity.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley. Remember, your health is our business.
Last day I had a dream. It was a scary scene. A dream of soca monarch. Watch how the place mash up from front to back. Whoa, last day I dream. Soca monarch will never be the same. I say a dream. After last day I coming back again. Tell them a dream that people will be shouting out my name. I say a dream. Soca monarch. Last day I take us something and show me. Of course, right now, my name is Shamak. I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you outside here for the support, for the continuous love from since last year to this year. Thank you so much to GBN. Again, just want to say to look out for Shamak in Groovy semi-finals, in Power Soca Monarch semi-finals, and most importantly, GBN Spice of the Carnage Soca Monarch. I definitely will be there as well, performing beautiful song, Dream. So look out for you guys there for the support. Thank you so much, Shamak.
Good morning and welcome to the conversation. I told you it's going to be busy this morning, so it's busy when I tell you that. I've got with me in the studio a very prominent, a very special, a very dedicated, committed Grenadian daughter of the soil. And she's here to talk with us about two things, two initiatives that she's spearheading. Firstly, she's got a book. She's an educator and a training facilitator by profession. So she's going to be introducing to us a new book that she's done and also introducing us to a workshop that she's doing. I'm speaking of none other than my good friend Rosalind A. Douglas.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
Okay, so before we go any further, tell us about Rosalind. Who's Rosalind?
Rosalind is someone who is dedicated to the field of education and empowering others. That's really at the heart of it.
And most importantly, Grenadian.
And I am Grenadian.
Of course.
The second thing I would mention would be my faith in Jesus Christ. That's something that's very dear to me.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
So you're grounded.
Yes.
All right. Educational perspectives of 45 guided reflections. Tell us about that. That's your new book.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is the printed version that's available here in Grenada. I will give my contact information throughout the course of this conversation. But why did I do this? I created this because I wish I had it as a new teacher. You could be qualified, you could go to the professional development sessions, but sometimes as a new teacher, there's just certain things that you don't know. And then your fellow co-workers in the staff room, they're busy getting things done. And meetings can just be more administrative. How is this student doing? We have this extracurricular activity happening. These reports are due. And then sometimes we forget that we need to stop for a moment and allow for conversation, allow for the new teachers to be able to ask questions, and then also be a mentor to us, to be a mentor to the new teacher. And I'm saying us because I'm remembering that time and space. And so what is this? This has some perspectives about education generally, and within it, it has about 45 guided questions that can help with some discussion. So for example, describe a moment when you felt truly connected with your class. What contributed to that connection? Yeah. Then we talk about the SWOT analysis in terms of what are the strengths and the weaknesses of you being an educator, and it would give those in the staff room an opportunity to chat about that. Share a challenging encounter you had with a parent. What did you learn from the experience? Yeah. And so there are several other questions in here, 45 that I believe are appropriate. I'm very proud of it, but I think it's a great resource.
Well, I think it's very timely too, because as you say that, I can remember vividly my very first day as a teacher. At the Hermitage Government School, the now Speaker of the House, Leo Cato, he was one of the senior teachers at that school, the Hermitage Government School. And I remember the principal at the time, Ms. Greta Franklin, saying, introduce me to the class. It was standard standard 3. But she said, go 2 classes back and look at Mr. Cato's delivery.
Yes.
For a while.
Yes.
But I am thinking, oh, well, I'm bright, I'm brilliant, I can teach. And when I looked at Leo, and there was another teacher on the stage, Mr. Kalai Peters, we call him Zando, and I realized, but hey, I can't teach. I can't do this. I have all the knowledge here, but teaching is a different thing. So, but luckily for us at the time, we had what we call NISTEP, where on Fridays we would go and have this teacher training sessions with Clyde Belfon and a whole lot of others. So they prepared us. But now I'm not hearing much about that. So this book is muy importante.
Muy importante.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And I would say part of it is let's look at it on the other side. I do think that when you're coming in after you've gone to some sessions and you remember how you were treated as a student and you want to make that happen for your class, I think that there needs to be an openness and discussion, because the newer teachers have skills for technology and how to incorporate AI in their planning, lesson planning, not necessarily grading because you have to read it yourself, but they do come in with a skill set that the veteran teachers may not have. I remember during COVID, just a few of us knew how to use Zoom. So there was a great scramble for those who've been teaching for some time, how to use it, how to set it up, how to share a screen. And so, we're coming in with this skill set and others don't. So I do think there's an opportunity to exchange ideas. For me, I think one other thing that I would say would be the onboarding.
Yeah.
The onboarding for teachers is really important. Really make sure that they understand how to use the technology in the classroom. Make sure you're providing support for them should something go wrong with it. As these are things that can happen. And then be deliberate. Be deliberate in asking, how are you? How was this week? These type of things can be really encouraging to a new teacher.
You're talking from the administration staff, the principal and the management staff.
Yes, don't put the onus on the new teacher alone. I believe it's the responsibility of the administrators to create an environment where they feel that they can thrive.
And it's so critical in this juncture that that approach is taken, because what you'd find happening nowadays, if the new teacher is not technologically savvy, the students are.
The students are.
So the students could be ahead of you in terms of technology, and you can be in a whole lot of crap.
But I think that if you create an environment with your students, they can teach you. Be open to that.
Yeah.
Because they would mine have told me, like, oh, why don't you try this? And we don't this makes a lot of sense. Let me write that down. So I think it is really, truly that wonderful 360-degree environment where you are incorporating evidence-based teaching strategies. But this here, it really, truly is to encourage dialogue. Let's talk. Because sometimes you could sit there at your desk feeling really overwhelmed, and everyone is just busy with, this report is due, this is due, and all of that, but you don't really take the time to converse with that.
So a question that I should have asked before. Mm-hmm. You're currently a lecturer?
No. So transitioning, but I have taught at the tertiary level primarily, T.A. Marshall Community College, and I also taught at St. George's University.
Okay. What's your specialty?
English. Writing courses.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
hence the book.
How tasking was this for you?
It was therapeutic.
Okay.
It was therapeutic because it was with the intention of hoping that administrators and teachers, principals, deans, department chairs, all of them could really have it as a tool to add it as part of your meetings, if a general. But my greater vision is for there to be a teacher support group where we can meet monthly and talk about it. And so I do have the option of that. So if anyone is interested in purchasing this from me, you can call me at 538-7789, 538-7789. And you can also email me at iconleadergnd@gmail.com.
That's ICON.
ICON.
Right. iconleadergnd@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, get your copies of this. Teachers, you can.
60.
It's only 60 US, right?
EC. See how nice?
And that's a gift. And before we move on to our next subject matter, have you attempted to get this on the regional market?
That's the goal. I had the pleasure of sharing this resource with the Grenada Union of Teachers Leaders, and it was warmly received. And I'm this afternoon also have another session to promote it where there will be people from in the region as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
but these things take time, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Here we are. And on a different but attaching level, we have a workshop coming up, and that workshop is on toxicity in the workplace. Tell us about this.
Yes. I think that it's time for us to start having a conversation about the impact of toxicity in the workplace. It is having detrimental effects on people who really just want to go to work and do their job. Examples of toxicity can range from bullying, mobbing, taking personal items from a person's desk. You may not necessarily be hitting them, but when you're passing them in the hallway, oh, that shoulder just gets hit. Oh, I didn't see you there. Standing ominously outside of their desk or while they're at the water cooler or just anywhere, throwing words. I've found that the most naughtiest of persons tend to be good in with higher authority, and that's why they think they can get away with it. And they are the biggest bullies. So we have to start really looking at it. So what do I have? I have Dr. Francis Martin. He's going to be presenting on stress and your health, how stress can impact your body.
You couldn't have found a more appropriate person for that.
He's the best.
Doc, good morning. Good morning, bro. Best friend.
Good. And then I also have Dr. Trevor Stephen, and he will be going into the root of toxicity and its impact. And then I will be giving a toolkit for HR managers. Those who attend will get a presentation that they can share with their staff that outlines the different behaviors that can lead to toxicity and how they can address it.
There must be a plethora of other reasons or other subjects for you to design a workshop on. Why this one?
Because it's time. I have done on other topics. I remember some years ago I did one on getting ready to enter college, how to survive college.
I did that interview.
That's right.
Yeah, I did that interview.
And a whole other set of others. But this one, it's time to talk about it because companies have HR managers who have so much to do. They have so much on their plate. But their primary responsibility is for the company first. But I argue that unless we start to address toxicity in the workplace, it's going to impact the image of the company. I'm sure you've heard of places like, oh, you don't want to work there.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go in that department. Let me tell you, you don't.
Yeah.
And that's bad. And so I think the thing about it is pay attention to who's getting away with what, and that will define the culture of the place.
Yeah, I get you. And having said that, have you sort of done a sort of analysis of workplaces in Grenada and decided that, hey, we need this now?
I think the research speaks volumes as to the impact of it. And I'd rather focus on the research. And the research says that it brings down productivity. You have a high turnover rate. You're moving in the direction of people getting ill, many sick days, which ultimately still impacts the company.
Productivity and everything.
Yes, and so we really need to start looking at it because it's gone too far.
This is critical because I know from personal experiences, I've worked in a number of places, and there are some places that when you look at your watch and you see it's 3:30, oh my goodness, time to leave already, because the environment there is so exhilarating, so good. And then there are other places that you walk and you say, boy, that time going slow as well.
I'm sure there are persons who woke up this morning when their alarm went off, they swung their legs to the side of the bed, and they're like, I don't want to go in.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a manager of a place where your employees feel like that? Yeah. That's the question.
As trivial as it may sound to some, but this is important to the core of business and success in business, yeah?
It truly is. It truly is. So this will be on the 25th of July. That's this Thursday. It is on Zoom, and you can send me a WhatsApp at the same number, 538-7789, 538-7789. You can also send me an email at iconleadergnd@gmail.com, and I will send you the registration link, and then we'll proceed from there.
So you notice both ties in, right? Both of them tie in well. The other one is teaching you how to get into the classroom, and it's going to have a lot to do with technology. Mm-hmm. And then this one is on Zoom, which is a very technological approach to it.
It's interesting that you say that. I think while the book doesn't deal heavily with toxicity in schools, the topic is discussed. But I think one of the core reasons as to why there may be tension among staff boils down to autonomy. Yeah. You've been a teacher. Think about it. You have been in the class teaching. What you say goes. You took the time to prepare for your class. You're dealing with different personalities. You're engaging with your students. You're talking to them. They don't question you. All imagine now 30 people, 20 to 30 people with that same mindset who have had full autonomy for several hours a day, several weeks, and they're in a room now. Yeah. And somebody has to submit. Yeah. And that's where you get that pushback of, who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah. Don't talk to me like that.
Don't talk to me like that. But it's just that you haven't had a chance to decompress. And this is the next thing that I think is important for administrators to do. Don't have a staff meeting directly after somebody comes out of class or after a very long day, because they're in that drive. Yeah. They're in that go mode. Yeah. And then sometimes they have to check themselves, because your idea may be really great, but they may not go along with it. And you have to be okay with that. But that comes into not giving us time to come down or creating an environment where you can do so. That could lead to...
So in essence, staff meetings of this nature, except it's something pressing, they should be done on Saturdays or Sundays.
Well, no, that's family time. You've got to figure that out. Maybe that's why they ask for having a day off every now and then to just decompress, to have that time, if possible.
All right, so folks, you heard it. Get your copies, a copy of the books, the copies of the book, okay? And someone is trying to...
but I'll give my number again.
Okay, do that.
538-7789. 538-7789. And my email is iconleadergnd@gmail.com. The name of the book is Educational Perspectives plus 45 Guided Reflections. It's ideal for small group professional development sessions. It is available on Amazon, but in Grenada I have the printed version, and you can get that from me.
I almost said doctor, because you're one step away from being Dr. Roslyn Douglas. Folks, get your copy of the book and also contact Miss Douglas. Be a part of that Zoom workshop on Thursday. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
The pleasure is always mine.
It's always good to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you too. Folks, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we've got some medical practitioners with us, and we'll have a conversation with them. See you on...
Fly the Jones, Switch, it's Lava Man. It's all about spice up the Caribbean Soca Mona competition. It starts on the 26th of July. It's going to go on to the 2nd of August, then the 9th for the finals. I will be the host. Fly the Jones, Switch. Get there, see you there, be there. Nothing but vibes. Real mashup, yeah? Mad.
It's never too early to prepare for a hurricane, and we want to make sure our community is always ready. Take an active role. It only takes one hurricane to change your life and threaten our community. Hurricanes are one of nature's most powerful and destructive events. That's why a hurricane preparedness checklist is vital. You should have a family evacuation and communication plan. Everyone in your home should know what to do if severe weather strikes. Have a hand crank or battery-powered radio available to stay informed about weather updates. Flashlights and extra batteries are essential. Update your emergency supply kit. Include a sufficient supply of food and water. 1 gallon of water per person per day is the recommended amount. Have canned or boxed food available that won't spoil. At least a week's supply of medication is also suggested. Have special items set aside that you might need for infants or elderly residents in your home. Learn about your community's emergency plans, warning signals, and evacuation routes. Know where to find emergency shelters. Inform local authorities about anyone with special needs, such as the elderly or bedridden, or anyone with a disability. Don't wait until the hurricane is on its way. Do this now. If you're a pet owner, have food and extra water set aside for your pets. Make plans to ensure your pet's safety. Most emergency shelters cannot accept pets due to safety and sanitation requirements. Locate and secure your important papers, such as insurance policies, wills, licenses, and stocks. Hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. Do your part to protect your family and your property. Be smart, be safe, and be prepared.
Coming up, African emancipation celebrations build towards the big day. Crop Over rolls towards its own colorful conclusion. One of this region's top banks continues to demonstrate the power to make a difference. Welcome to another award-winning Home Away from Home. Caribbean athletes ready for the world. Souvenirs stitched from scratch. It's all next on this station.
Get ready for the ultimate family fun day at PAL Kids Fest.
On July 20th at 1 p.m. at the Moulin Rouge playing field for an unforgettable day packed with excitement. And guess what? Admission is absolutely free.
Immerse yourself in a world of thrilling activities, from mini vehicles to bouncing castles, face painting, and so much more. There's something for everyone to enjoy.
And the fun doesn't stop there. We're giving away incredible prizes, including Amazon Fire Sticks and a flat screen TV. Don't miss your chance to win big. Eats and drinks on sale.
Don't miss out on the biggest event of summer. Bring the whole family and make unforgettable memories at PAL Kids Fest. See you there.
This ad is sponsored by Terry's Yacht Services, Modern Photo Studio, Maitland's Trucking Services, GBN, and 92.5 FM.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. As I told you, it's very busy this morning. I've got with me in the studio at this time four people, right? Two are on the set, and they are the background people who ensure that everything is done. The gentleman closest to me, Dr. Sheridan Cyrus, he's been here not so long ago, and he promised he was going to be back. I do not think you were going to be back so soon.
No,
definitely.
The hurricane brought me back.
Yeah. Beryl, you see, Beryl has good and some bad. All right, because a good thing to have you around. And to his right is want to Hector Mendez. Yeah. All right, and he's all the way from Mexico. He is into search and rescue.
Yeah, we work all over the world from 39 years ago.
Ooh.
Big disasters. We are specialists, search and rescue and recovery in the big earthquakes all over the world.
Okay.
From 39 years ago.
Wow.
We started working in my own city, Mexico City, in the year 1985.
Okay. Well, welcome to Grenada. And
beautiful country.
Yeah. Are you going to stay or are you going to go back?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is beautiful country. I found here the people very special. This high. I have been in many countries, Europe, Africa, Asia, but here is the first country with the people this size and with the heart this size. Lovely people here.
Okay, all right, and okay, so your primary focus, your primary reason for being here is to assist our folks on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Yeah, we came and immediately we saw the people from World Central Kitchen. They are feeding the people for 3,000 every day, and they got no people to help them in some very simple things. They got no, for example, paramedics. We are. So as they need, we start supporting them, and we can wash, we can cook, we can do everything, because when you are not in the very dangerous work to go inside the buildings, like in New York, the World Trade Center, or the big disasters in the very big earthquakes, like last year in Turkey, like now here, we came from Mexico last year in October 25, Otis hurricane, the same as here, so we come immediately because we know that our brothers here in the island, they need our support. That's why we are here.
Wow, and it's voluntary?
Yeah, is it completely voluntary.
So you fly yourself in, you support yourself, and...
Well, now we got with this organization, Scientology, few years ago, they support and they pay our plane tickets.
Okay.
And they support us with food and the things we need. Now, what I want that the people knows is that the people from the big island, they are safe, but they got to be with them eyes watching the brothers in Carriacou, because they need the materials. We want to help them to repair the everything, to get water from the rain. We can do it.
Okay.
We can work anything. We are all terrain.
Wow, so you all would assist them with water harvesting and everything like that?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. All right. Dr. Cyrus, how did you team up with this wonderful group of people, very, very benevolent and everything like that?
Well, I'm a Scientologist.
Okay.
And because I've been coming to Grenada doing the humanitarian work here, with the prison and the dentistry, etc., the International Scientology Volunteer Ministers International, they heard about the hurricane in Grenada, so they called me up and said, well, we'd like to send a team there.
Wow.
Can you think they would accept us? Can you make some connections? So then I called.
And you did the phone call?
Yeah. So then I called Jerry Hopkins in Toronto, the Consul General, and told him, well, look, these guys are coming in, so see what you could do to accommodate them getting to the island.
Wow.
So and of course they wanted me to come because they say, since you are Grenadian, you know the culture, so you should be with the group, and because the group is made up of people from Peru and Brazil and Mexico and the US, Panama. So
okay, and I presume that you all have already visited Carriacou, right?
Oh yeah, we've been there.
And
you've been there almost almost 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, this is very important that we are working together because doctor, he's a local person and he knows how you think, what do you need, and he's working with us in the island, and now we got to repair a school. As we invite the people, the local people, to join us, and we need some small tools, the hammers and nails and the wire, steel wire, etc. And as he knows, the school, we will repair this school, and the people, the local people who work with us, when we are working, they say, hey, when we finish here, come with my house. So this is very important that the people, the local people, work with us. So then it's make a big group, and we start getting the local leaders.
Okay.
Yeah, working to find them.
In essence, a sort of camaraderie and forming of groups.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to create. People coming together, working together. Let's fix one house.
Wow.
Let's fix the next, so that even after we are gone, the whole process would continue.
Okay. And that in itself would have a sort of longevity to it. It would sort of regroup that sort of culture that we had before, because we have this maroon culture.
Especially in Carriacou.
Yeah. So wow, that's. You see, hence the reason why I often say that out of every negative situation, you look for the positive out of it. Mm-hmm. So the people up at Carriacou and Petit Matnik, their morale is down at the moment because they've lost everything or almost everything. But then you are going to rebuild not just their physical structures, but the psyche as well.
Yeah. Well, we already have a lot of Carriacouans volunteering and participating with the World Central Kitchen. They've been driving trucks and vans and helping in the kitchen, helping serve food. There are lots of them out there working right now. Okay. And they, you travel with the guys on the truck. They're very happy, having fun, joking with each other, etc.
I owe Carriacou a visit.
You need to get there.
I'm gonna try to get to Carriacou sometime during the course of this week. Folks from Carriacou have been calling. You speak to us every day on the radio, on the television. Come now and see us. So I would try to.
When you come, you should come up to Casada Bay, and you'd see the operation that World Central Kitchen has going there. With the preparation, because it's a lot of food. 3,000 servings.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So it's a lot of activity. Trucks coming, going,
and
boats.
That's daily.
Every day, yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay, Mendes, having been to Carriacou on your first arrival there, what were your thoughts?
Well, I'm used to see this kind of disasters. Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Mozambique, everywhere is the same. In the Bahamas, when the hurricane comes, everything is on the ground, and the people is sitting there because they are in shock. So we are not in shock. We are ready to support them.
Right.
So they don't know what to do. We know. As we start helping the people, maybe the second day they start standing and they start moving few things, and they become that they are not alone.
Right.
So we invite the people. There are many people that they are smart, they are awake, they are the leaders naturally. So we got all these people, they start working with us, and when we go, they stay here and they make the groups, and they are leading the groups. Later they becomes maybe in the politics, but we don't care. What we care is this moment is now, is the people now, Carriacou here in Grenada, the Western Indies, and this is what we want to do, to help, to join with the people get this out. Okay, now we got working here, Scientology, to support the people, in the mind. We got the World Central Kitchen to feed all of us, the people and the rescuers and everyone. There is another group that I see, the humanitarian first.
Yeah.
They are working too, and they need food too. But they give hands, they are helping. All of us with the people, we are a group to raise again Carrico. This is very, very important.
Okay. How long do you intend to stay?
We will stay till next month, the beginning.
Okay.
Maybe August 15th. That's a plan for now.
Okay.
But we see how things go, because with disasters, things change every day.
Right. Okay. And again, one of the things that I wouldn't say bother me or worry me, but it has me thinking, this is just the start of our hurricane season. You understand? It is the start, and the Atlantic has been very active. When I did my weather forecast this morning with the folks from the Met Office, I always ask, since the passage of Beryl 3 weeks ago, I always ask, what are you seeing on the horizon coming for us? Okay. And strange enough, he says, there's nothing in our area of interest for at least the next 3 days, and I'm like, thank God.
Okay.
But we're at the start of the hurricane season, so hence the reason why it is so important that folks like yourself can come in, and not just the physical support, but psychologically, the people who got devastated, when they know that there is that support mechanism in place for them, it gives them a jump start in terms of revamping.
Yeah, because that's something we want to start today, what we call spiritual first aid.
Yes.
For the people who are really suffering, sitting looking at the house in a shambles.
Because to some, that's all that they had. Their life savings, their life's investment was, blown away in just a matter of minutes. So they need not just the physicality, but the spirituality as well.
Yeah, because one guy was explaining to me that a lot of people in Carrico in particular don't borrow money to build houses. So he said that's their life's work that's in that house, So for many of them, and it wasn't like they had a mortgage and mortgage insurance and all this kind of stuff. It was just their life's work that they put into it. So it's a big loss.
Yeah, by the way, I want to thank the authorities, because as I have been in many countries all over the world, the local authorities, they are permitting to work. This is very, very important. And I have seen in the dark a lot of material. It means that the authorities want to support the amount of people in Carrico. So now we are working there. And now we are watching that they are moving material to the island. It means that the authorities want to help.
Right.
And the people and the authorities and the volunteering, all of us, we got to raise again Carrico. Thanks to the people too, because the people is generous in this island.
Well, we're a special brand.
Yes.
Special breed.
Yeah.
We're resilient, and we will bounce back.
That's for sure.
What are you feeling on the ground from your spiritual aspect?
Oh, I think people are doing quite well, because when they come, for example, to the areas where we distribute the food, everybody is very calm, very respectful.
Right.
Nobody is trying to shove themselves into the line or anything like no. Everybody is just relaxed and calm and just come to pick up their stuff, and most of them look pretty happy, like they don't look like they've been beaten down or anything, and they're appreciative of the food that we're giving them. Although, of course, Hector says the food there is very good compared to what he's had at other disaster zones. But
you're enjoying our food.
In December 26th, a very big earthquake in Indonesia, you remember?
Yes.
In 2004. And we stayed there 2 months. Our food only white rice. no salt, not anything, just white rice. I lost about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I was like that. Now here is delicious because they got the local touch. You know, you can get the chicken, you can get the fish with the vegetables, with rice. I think that you are not used to eat rice. But they are rice too, okay?
Yeah.
Because in other parts of the world, like in Asia, and the rice is very important.
Yeah, it's part of this.
Yeah, for us Mexicans, tortilla.
Tortilla,
yeah. The corn. Yeah, corn tortilla and chile. Yeah.
Okay. How big is your team here?
How long time?
How many people?
We are two from United States, two from Panama, 4 Brazilian, and 5 Mexicans.
Okay.
Yeah, this is our team, local team now working, our international team working here.
Now, my asking this question is that I want to give you all a treat, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to coordinate with Dr. Cyrus.
Yes.
And next time you all are back on mainland for maybe a day or a weekend or so, I'm going to have you have a well-cooked oil down.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
I'm going to have my guys, Peck and the guys up at Apritut. I'm going to have them cook you one of the most delicious oil dongs that you've ever had. And I'm certain when you taste that, you would say, bye-bye Mexico. Bye-bye tortillas and chili.
I know that you got. I know that you got the very good cookers here.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm serious about this, Doc. You're going to tell me when next day down here for a weekend or something like that, and I'll have my guys prepare you an oil down.
Sir, I would like you to invite the people to support the brothers of Carrico with materials, tools, materials, nails, wire, tarps, anything. There are much people that wants to help, but they can go because they got to work. But they can send materials.
Yeah,
they can all the time. There are lots of people who wants to support the brothers.
Yeah.
Not money.
Yeah.
But
materials and so
material.
forth. Well, I do know we have quite a number of people on the mainland who are putting together a lot of relief support, and they are coordinating it through NADMA. We also have folks from the Cooperative Credit Union League. All the credit unions are drop-off points where they can drop stuff off, and they will in turn will deliver it to NADMA. So I know there is a big relief effort on mainland. All right, so it will continue as you realize already. Grenada is a very generous place.
Yeah, people is lovely.
We are, and we always, even if there are times when there is enmity. In cases of crisis, that's gone. Everybody looks out for one another. Am I my brother's keeper in this? Yes, I am. We might not be talking to one another, but if you're in crisis, we always come to one another. So you can bet your bottom dollar that folks from the mainland will continue to support. And then the current administration is doing all that it can to ensure that the people from Carrico and Pidi-Martinique are getting their fair share of support and relief.
Yeah, this is a little island, but it's a big country.
Yeah, a little island but a big country.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I want to thank you all on behalf of, I don't know if I'll get lettered for that, on behalf of the administration, the government, and the people of Grenada. Thank you for your benevolence, for coming forward without being requested. You heard of it, and there you are, ready to come. We appreciate that. We love you for that.
Yeah.
And that also even more necessitates you getting that oil down.
Yeah, we are only one family in the world.
Of course. Of course. So give your love. Give our love to your team, your entire team. Let them know that we at the GBN, we appreciate your support. You're coming to our rescue at this time. And that's a friendship and a partnership for life.
Gracias.
De nada, señor. De nada. Doc, any parting words?
Well, as you said, come up to Carriacou.
Yes, I will, definitely.
Come to Casada Bay, look for us there. and it's something to see.
Right.
To see the destruction. I mean, it's
in real life.
Yeah, I mean,
we're seeing the photos, and from everybody who went there, they are saying what you're seeing in the photos and not a true reflection of what the devastation.
You have to be there to see, you know, see concrete walls blown down, you know, and
that's
stuff like that. To 2x12 snapped like matchsticks, you know. So you know, then you really appreciate what the people of Carriacou are going through in terms of losses. You know.
Doc, thank you once again for visiting us. Well, you promised you were going to come back, but Beryl necessitated you coming sooner, and for teaming up with Mr. Mendez and his team. Thank you all so much from the bottom of our hearts. I speak on behalf of all Grenadian, Carriacouians, and Pitimatnicans at this time.
This is our duty, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So thanks for having us on.
The pleasure is always mine and ours here at the GBN. And to your support team, I wish they could have just come and waved to the camera. You know, they're not willing to do that. Folks, in case you need to know, there's another gentleman there and a lady, but they prefer not to be on the set. Folks, that's it for this segment. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Fly the Jones, Switch, it's Lava Man. It's all about spice up the Carnatic Soca Mona competition. It starts on the 26th of July. It's going to go on to the 2nd of August, then the 9th for the finals. I will be the host. Fly the Jones, Switch. Get there, see you there, be there. Nothing but vibes. Real mashup, yeah? Mad.
Clerkship and Print, together with Concept Events, present Pre-Day, the biggest show in Grenada's Carnival. Wednesday, August 7th, Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. A celebration of the Jab, featuring the Minister of Jab, the Jab Boss, Talpri. I am the Jab Boss. Certain things I end. Also featuring guest performances by TNT's Road March King, Mikhail Tasia, Nadia Batson and Sass, Cohen Dubois, Problem Child, Lil Rick, Med Pipe and Sadist, Lyrical, Wasways, Boise, Lava Man, Horn, Terror, The Governor, Skinny Banter, Super Flying Flip, Muddy, and Squeezehead, Temperance Dash, and a whole lot more. Also, a special surprise guest. All early bird tickets are sold out. Get your $100 regular tickets right now, and also get your VIP $600 tickets. It is the biggest event to touch down this Carnival 2024. Pre-Day.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
Sound that's everlasting.
Last day I had a dream. It was a scary scene. A dream of soca monarch. Watch how the place mash up from front to back. Whoa, last day I dream. Soca monarch will never be the same. I say a dream. After last day I coming back again. Tell them a dream that people will be shouting out my name. I say a dream. Soca monarch. Last day I take something and show me. Of course, right now, my name is Shamak. I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you outside here for the support, for the continuous love from since last year to this year. Thank you so much to GBN, Again, just want to say to look out for Shamak in Groovy semi-finals, in Power Soca Monarch semi-finals, and most importantly, GBN Spice of the Carnival Soca Monarch. I definitely will be there as well, performing beautiful song, Dream. So look out for you guys there for the support. Thank you so much, Shamak.
Coming up, African emancipation celebrations build towards the big day. Crop Over rolls towards its own colorful conclusion. One of this region's top banks continues to demonstrate the power to make a difference. Welcome to another award-winning Home Away from Home. Caribbean athletes ready for the world. Souvenirs stitched from scratch. It's all next on this station.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues. It's Carnival and it's fun time, and it's a happy time to have with me in the studio at this time none other than Uncle Wilt Talpri, Cambridge. Uncle, morning.
Your mother. It goes like that.
I knew that is where I was heading.
Yeah. This is how I say morning. The spirit, right now, the carnival spirit is in. To me, it's just about to start from this week. So all new music, the events, Uncle Talpri, pre-day, new music. I come to talk about these things right now, make people know what's going on, with Talpri.
Talpri, how many years have you been doing? How many years have you been Talpri in soca? Because I know you were dancer before.
Yeah.
How many years have you been Talpri in soca?
So Talpri in soca is 97. So that's 107, 17, and that's 27 years. So this year would be 27 years in soca. Rough maths. As an entertainer, you have to add a next 10 maybe to that.
To the dancer.
Yeah, because started since in school doing, going around with the school band. We had a live band at Booker Secondary School. So I used to be the MC, plus I do my little dance hall thing. That would have been the 80s, late 80s, you know what I'm saying? So it started from then. 93 was my first major performance, and then that was at Queen's Park. So 93, till now, that's 31 years. Even if I want to do that, I could add the 31, I could take some from the years from school, and it would be like, maybe add a 5, 6, 7 to that. Yeah, so it's been a while.
And what has entertainment done for Talpri?
Well, that's my life, that's why
all you
support. Yeah, not fully, because I do other business, I do other things, but entertainment, from day one in school, I started doing poetry, and from the poems I went into dance hall, from the dance hall soca, and that's my life there. Because
you even dabbled a little in calypso.
Yeah, this is a calypso.
Talpri, leave Maxi. Live Calypso and that.
The Drive Maxi, our judges.
Judges.
Man, a few Calypso, because I just feel like it's entertainment and it's music and it's writing. It come from his poetry, is all in one. So, I have the base from school, I have that base and it's in me. So I can do it.
Right. What is your take in comparison to when you entered the soca arena then to now? How do you grade it?
Well, if I have to be honest,
please be. Please be.
At them time, I think it was more organic. The people, the music, the vibe, everything. I think it was more organic than no. From computer, you get, the rhythms before would have been like live music.
Real rhythm.
Right,
Yeah.
it would have been live music. That's why I say like tunes like a Bob Marley and these guys live on because they are live music. So those music would live on from now till when because they were live music, still alive. So compared to the music, the instrument, the energy them time, now the music, the tempo is obviously, right now we at a BPM at 160, between 160 and 165. The music then would have been calypso into soca. So the March, it was the March, not soca monarch.
Yeah.
So you would get up tempo calypso. Then the guys started coming with, the soca. And then now we reach a pace where, it's the 160 something BPM. So, I mean, time changes, so the music, everything. But I love that time of my life. I think I used to have a lot more fun with it because it was, it was new to me.
It was
same
generic.
way. Yeah, generic. It was, I feel it was more authentic, everything at that time. But, I could adapt and, I feel as young as those youths and I could compete with them and I'm ready for it anytime, you know what I'm saying? I'm still there. Bring it on. They can bring it on.
Okay, you've not just been competing and giving us great music, but you've also found a way within that to engage the children. Uncle Talpri Kids Day.
Yeah, man. A few years ago, I decided, what for the kids? I mean, we have sometimes the children frolic, or you have the kiddies carnival, but it's more like kids participating and stuff. But what about getting the artists, getting the cartoon characters, getting the face painting, go to those rides? What up? Something more kids friendly. So we decided to just do Uncle Talpri, where we started with just doing all the rides for free. You have the bouncing castle, the horseback riding, the go-karts ride, we do face painting, all these things where you can just bring your kids and they can ride from its start to the finish. Then we also have entertainment. I engage all the soca artists to come do their contribution. Most of the top artists where the kids would not really get to go to see them in an event, you can come to Uncle Talpri and you can get your favorite soca artists, and your favorite soca songs for the season. So you have, it's a combination of even some of the youth performers. You get some of the guys who've been there doing the thing. You have, from the Lava Man to the Boise to the Horseways to all of the top artists would be there. The Dash, the Temches, just name them. And so the kids get to see, their favorite artists. And then also, it's very kids friendly. We have all the rides and all these things, so we engage the kids. Yeah, so I feel really good about this one because to me it's just a give back to the community. It's a give back to the kids, give back to the community. That's what it really is.
And that event takes off when?
This Saturday, 27th July, Monrouge playing field. I mean, the kids, the parents, that's their time, that's the kids' time. Uncle, auntie, bring the kids down there. It's their time of the season to have fun. Uncle Talpri Kids Fest, the Kids Fest is back. Make sure I bring the kids. And kids, if they don't bring you from now, start to cry, make up your face, because you want to go to Uncle Talpri Kids Fest, starting from now. Telling them about the weekend, make up your face, they go sorry for you, and they go bring you down there.
And it's important, it's important that, okay, the parents, they go to all the fetes and so forth. There's nothing wrong with bringing the kids to the children to have this interaction, meet and make new friends. And what's the cost for entrance?
It's $10 kids and $20 adults. But as I say, what that does is just to go back to all of they provide the rides, everything just goes back. So it's basically, they are free.
So it's a free event,
yeah,
basically.
It's a give
free
back.
event. Okay, so it's this Saturday, the 27th, at the Monrouge playing field. It starts at what time?
From 2 to 9 p.m.
Okay, 2, right. So, parents, if you're so inclined, bring the children out. Let them have a Uncle Talpri Day experience. And this is, how many years now you've been doing this?
It's a few years, and I cannot go back. I'm not sure. I have to guess. Could be about 6, maybe 6, 7 with the kids' fete.
Yeah.
You know, but pre-day would have been from, you know, I know we're going to get to that just now, but I had to jump the gun now. Pre-day would have been from 2011 to now, so 11, 22, and 224, so 13, 12, 13 years. You know.
Okay, right. Having said it, pre-day now. Tell us about pre-day this year.
Pre-day. You know, this is the excitement, you know, all of my friends as usual, you know, whether international and local, it is a celebration, it is an event where you just come, Talpri and his friends, and it's just fun from start to finish. And this year would be no different. Pre-day, Wednesday, it's the 7th August. Yeah, man, we're ready to go. Look at all my friends from traders, Road Match King, Mikel Tej, Nadia Batson, Cohen Dubois, Lyrical, Problem Child, Little Rick, Lead Pipe and Sardis, and then of course the Grenadian superstars. Every one of them will be there. You understand? From the Lava, the Boys, the Terror, the Governor. Just name them. All of my friends and all of the artists. And you have a big tune. If you don't have a big name and you have a big tune, you're in pre-day. Don't even call me, I will call you. You understand? Because it's a love. And, you know, we showcase Grenada for sure. So all the talent from Grenada would be there, definitely all the top talent. And then, you know, so much of my international friends will be there. So pre-day, you can't afford to miss that one.
Let me ask you this, right? And I'm asking that so that upcoming soca artists can listen and take a page out of it. Now, when you... As they say in local terms, when you burst on the scene, all right, did you ever anticipate that you, Talpri, would have evolved into this international soca icon? Because you are. When you listen to the kind of friends, and when I say friends, I know these are people, I'm certain you can pull your phone off now and call Nadia Batson and say, hey, Nads, what's going on? Alison Hines, same thing. Did you ever foresee that?
No, I mean... No way. As I said, I thought it would have been more on the dancehall scene, you know, so I would have think, you know, more Jamaica. That is where the only passion and the real love was in the early days. So I saw myself becoming a top dancehall artist until I made that change. So no, on the soca scene, I thought it would have been dancehall. Maybe so. I said maybe, you know, the links would have been with the more of the dancehall scene.
The Romaine and
the dancehall from the Beanie Man to the Bunty. Just name the Who. But you know, soca, well, music, you know, change, evolve. I tried new things. 97 is when I started, you know, the Rami Dami Day, and then it become Ponga Rice, and then all man just jump out at me, and then, you know, there was no turning back on the soca scene. So
if you were to identify that song that really bust you at the seams, is Olo Woman.
Olo Man alone. As I said, with the jab posse there, and what I thought it was. I mean, I started with the old mass tradition. I loved watching the Wildin there and the Veko, the short knee, and the jab. And so the first 2 years I did Rami Dami Day, then the Ponga Rise, which is more short knee and Wildin there, and Veko, then and then I was like, wait, but what for the jab? And then with the jab posse there, and then, you know, that old man, that because that drums, that the shell, the voices, the call and the answer, you know, all those elements together, and then, you know, with a topic like Old Man Alone, when you bring everything together, you get what you get, and the world just accept and love that song. That, you know, even the voice, the husky voice with that, I think it's a package, you know, and the world fell in love, and there was no turning back.
Where has soca music taken Talpri?
Well, I mean, all over. I mean, with you know, let's say globally, musically, and then you know, just from Europe to the US, the Caribbean, just, everywhere there is soca music or there is carnival or, there's this thing to up to with Germany, just name, it's just, I went to places where they're like, wait, soca music played in this place. I, saw the movement and the vibe and the energy of soca music, and I was like, we go in places, we doing things.
We reach.
Yeah, we doing things. Yeah. Always room for improvement, always, but we doing things.
Right. So you're satisfied?
You can't, no, I mean, I'm satisfied to a level because, we know the accomplishment is there, but there's always more, so even though when I'm gone or I leave, I just want to know what the foundation is set for the young ones coming up that they could, extend and go even further than we go. We have kids. I want to see them go as,
you have a
sky's the limit. You have a few little Talpre Junior, I have baby Pre, I have so much little Pre, coming up. Plus, all the youths, who love and who think there's a way for them in music, let's go.
We have a track brand new from Talpre, Avalanche. Let's take a listen of this, and then I'm going to talk to you about something.
Time again. Move your block. Move your block. Warm to them. Your mother. Get crazy. Get mad. Get crazy. Get mad. Mad people in there is only mad people in there. Crazy people in there is only crazy people in there. Mad people in there, I tell you, mad people in there. Crazy people in there is only crazy people in there. I know them mad. You don't see what the hurricane do to them. I know them mad, but you can't put them in no psychiatric ward. Of course they mad. Check the hospital and they know them for record. Of course I mad. Police cannot do we nothing so help me God. What? We on a different level. We on a different level. We on a different level. The way we just set and rebel. We on a different level. We on a different level. We on a different level. The way we just level 1. Show me a hand. Level 2. Gather your crew. Level 3. Level 4. Warrior. Show me a hand. Level 2. Gather your crew. Level 3. Watch the eye. Level 4. Everybody.
Wilt, as the young folks will say, that bad.
Yeah, this one is going to take the place by storm. I can guarantee, I feel it in my bones. This one is going to take the place by storm. Local and international.
You in competition, Soca Monarch?
No. Last year I just decided to, just for the fans, the people, just show that, here's people asking Talpre, or they coming back, or you go do a little Soca Monarch. So I just decided to try a little something, and it was well received, well accepted. Everybody, Pre, you're in it, you're with them, you're riding right there with the young fellas and them. This year I thought of it, but with the whole hurricane and everything, it just set back a lot of different things. So I'm just getting the music out there now. So I missed this one. So maybe next year, maybe in the future.
So had you gotten that in time, you would have entered?
This one, I think I would have. Yeah, definitely. Because this song is going to cause some real trouble. I can tell you that.
Okay. So what are some of your main contributions for 2024?
Well, I have one, Catty. Because I have a neighbor called Catty, and I have a whole story to make the people know what happened to Catty. Well, Catty is my neighbor. I love she for real. But people spreading rumors saying me and Catty does deal. Some men don't like Catty. That is a problem. That's why nowadays them women love Catty more than men. One night Catty sleeping, lay down in she bed, Jab take the big stick and he rest it by Catty head. Now Catty have a phobia, she living in fear. As the big stick touch she face, just so we disappear. And now she afraid. Afraid to go in the river, she can't go down there and bathe. She afraid to go on the beach, she afraid to go in the sea and bathe. So say what you want to say, do what you want to do. Catty afraid the big snake and she afraid that it's up and two. Say what you want to say, do what you want to do. Catty afraid the big snake and she afraid that it's up. Because one lady's really afraid, them sup and Jab come to the big snake.
So Talpre, this is the first time we're hearing this. Is it safe for me to play it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, very, very.
Yes, Talpre.
Very.
Catty.
Jab, we do that. Jab, that do that. Jab, we do that. Jab, that do that. Say what you wanna say. sick and she afraid that it's up and two. Say what you wanna say, do what you wanna do. Catty pretty big sick and she afraid that it's up and two. She afraid, she afraid, she afraid, she afraid. Afraid to go in the river, she can't go down there and bathe. She afraid, she afraid, she afraid, she afraid. Afraid to go on the beach, she afraid to go in the sea and bathe. Catty is me neighbor, I love she for real. What? People spreading rumors saying me and Catty don't steal. Some men don't like Catty, that is a problem. That's why nowadays some women love Catty more than men. One night Catty sleeping, lay down in she bed. Jab jab take the big stick and he rest it by Catty head. Now Catty have a phobia, she living in fear. As the big stick touch him out, just so we disappear. And now she afraid, she afraid, she afraid, she afraid. Afraid to go in the river, she can't go down there and bathe. She afraid, she afraid, she afraid, she afraid. Afraid to go on the beach, she afraid to go in the sea and bathe. Say what you wanna say, do what you wanna do. Catty pretty big stick and she afraid that it's up and two. Say what you wanna say, do what you wanna do. Catty pretty big stick and she afraid that it's up and two. I double in Catty, she a bad experience. Catty say a big snake make she run and jump over fence. Catty say one night she on the beach lay down having fun. A man with a big stick make she left she panty and run. Catty tell me so much stories, all of them talking real. I double in Catty, I understand how she feel. I tell she don't ever let the big snake get to she heard. Some men have some big stick, but the big snake already dead. She afraid, she afraid, she
afraid. You've got a unique way of putting this. I mean, not so long ago. I mean, if you look at your song,
Old Man, we take it home.
Old Man, Michelle.
You know, a lot of different. I mean, as I said, it's poetry. I started out doing the poems and stuff. So it's just a topic. Development is the same as writing a song. Everything is the same thing. So. And double entendre. I could balance from start to finish, and with a story, with rhymes, with melody, with everything. So I think is something is probably a little extra skill maybe, but I think I have that. I think I have that covered.
Yeah.
Hey, Catty, any Catty out there? Hello, Catty. Catty in Vendom, how you doing?
Number 5.
Well, Catty, this song, you will get some problem with this song. Just like all Michelle was, complaining to me, oh God, his music about Michelle. No, but it was a Kong shell.
Yeah.
But as we say, you take Michelle because that's how we speak.
Yeah, Michelle.
And everybody, but is love and entertainment.
What are your anticipations and expectations for 2024 season?
It's going to be, we have a lit season. I see right now I can say the thing just that officially. Trust me, that's why I'm on the road. I came back, I went to Virginia Beach. I had an event there on Saturday night. I came in yesterday, and one time I hit the trail. I'm in Lafayette with the Jab Lounge. I was about to go to Paul's. I think it ended, and then this morning one time, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready to go because trust me, I feel good about the music. I have some songs which I know are gonna do very well, and I feel good about the support people been giving me over the years, because I think maybe it's my contribution and me sticking to it and me making them dance and party year after year, just bringing it to them, and I think there's a love and a respect, and I do appreciate that, and it rolls over into the kids event, it roll over into pre-day. You can see the tremendous amount of the support I normally get. I have to say thanks to the people for having me and supporting over the years until now.
Let me ask you this, and that's going to be my final question. The competition, would you say it makes you or break you? Why I ask that, I'm seeing a lot of the so-called, let me remove so-called, our top stars, the Mr. Killer, Vaughn, you yourself, Inspector is, taking away from the competition, right? Keeping away from the competition. Do you see this as a good or a bad?
Well, there's both. It makes you, and if you listen now, I can just say, imagine the soca songs. Let's say the Boys, he came out, the Terror just come out. If you listen to the radio, you would hear that those music in rotation, the Dash, all the soca Bodak tunes in rotation right now. You hear less than the songs that are not in the competition. So, number one, you get a listening air more than who if you're not in the competition. Your song, you win Soca Monarch, it takes you different places. People want to know who's the king, who did well, who mashed up the place. You can get bookings outside of Carnival. Like, your price could even go up because you're a Soca Monarch king. You understand? You're a road match king. Your price can go up. Yo, I'm the road match king. They say I'm the Soca Monarch king. So promoter, So it adds in a lot of ways.
That's in value.
In value. On the other hand, just imagine you are, you make it, you're stuck over the years, you build your career, and then you, in the competition, year after year, and some little guys just come in and smashing you, make you look like, wipe the feet on you, and, it sort of takes away from your value now, because people is like, no, he ain't good, man. All them little guys beating up this one, all them little guys, he ain't good. It sort of takes away.
It has its pros and its cons.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So just maybe, someone has to come up with a brilliant idea and say, okay, I'm going to put a $300,000 as a prize and bring all the past monarchs, Soca monarchs, on a stage, and let's see who.
Yeah, that could be a different show. That would be interesting. That's interesting. That's an interesting one. Yeah, sounds very interesting.
As Oliver Samuel would say, it sounds good.
Good, man. Good to go, man.
Yeah, I would love to see, a competition with you, Boise, Terra, Mr. Killer. Who else?
The Lava Man, all the top.
I would love to see a competition, not just a show. So we know that you all will come with all guns loaded, and I mean figuratively, right?
Yep,
yeah. Not literally. I would love to see that. Maybe.
It's something you should look about. It's something you think about.
And coming to think of it, we had that conversation before, Talpri, you and I.
Yeah. I don't remember, but it feels like something,
We had that conversation before.
Songs good.
Yeah.
Something we could look into.
Yeah. Well, Talpri, I want to take the opportunity, personally, because you and I go way back.
Extempo days and beyond.
Yeah. There's one incident that always stands out. There was a morning I came from St. George's, and I was heading up. I was living in Conference at the time.
Yeah.
And there was little Talpri, standing by the road and stretch out. I see, but Talpri had to stretch out his hand for me. I feeling honored to get Talpri a ride in my car. Talpri, where you going? I go in Tivoli. I say, well, I'm going right there. Bam. You remember that?
Yeah. Well, listen. The thing is, what happened to me in those days, and I'm sure it was the dance hall. I'm not even sure if it was soca yet.
No, that time you were into the soca.
Soca,
you were just doing Ponga Rice.
All right, so that's in the early days. Well, what leading up to that, how I used to operate is when, how I found myself out there, like the name Talpri is when, if I listen to the radio and I hear there's a blocko in Tivoli, a blocko in Sotes, in Pathway, anyway, I'm out there flogging ride from early, maybe around 12 or 1, you will get, this is Grenada, somebody would give you a ride. I reach the Grenville, wherever it is, I go left, right, and that was like the norm. And then I reach out there and then would ask the guys, the DJ, whosoever DJ, tell them I want to have a tool style, I want to touch. And they would give the mic, and that's how I really started. So I'm not, I'm not surprised, and I'm not sure if you say it's around that time, but it's a norm. It was a norm to me, like me flogging around, trying to go get it, trying to go get myself out there. Yeah. My music played, whatever event there is, whether it's a performance, and it would have been probably even free performance, but it's just a way of me getting myself and my music out there.
Talpri, I wish you all the best for the season, man, and as usual, keep the great music coming. Keep the flag of Grenada flying high wherever you go around the world. I know you do an excellent job in repping Grenada 473, and all the best for your events coming up. We've got Uncle Kids
Talpri,
Day on Thursday or Saturday.
Monrouge playing field.
Monrouge from 2 to 9.
Yep.
$10 for children, $20 for adults.
And all the cartoon characters, you get all the rides are free, the go-kart ride, the horseback ride, free face painting, we do the bouncy castles, everything is kids friendly and it's absolutely free. So it's just a give back basically.
Right.
And
then we have pre-day.
And pre-day. all of my international friends and local and my Grenadian superstars would be there. And you know we heavy when it comes to the Grenadian superstars. You know we have a lot. We have everybody. I mean, I'm so happy when I'm out there and you can see 5, 6, 7 Grenadian artists, some of them on one show, 3, 4, 5. We're on the Uber Soca Cruise and you're looking and there's a corner called Grenada Corner. When you go up there, is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Grenadian soca artists chilling every day. You go out there and you can see it's a family, and we are family. When we go there, it's a love same way. So it just feels good to see so much artists from Grenada out there representing. It's not just me, and there's a lot of others who contribute. I feel good enough from whether it's the jab music, whether it's their style of music. So jab is basically a subgenre of soca right now. And when you go to the soca parties and you see there's a segment, you hear like a half an hour of only Grenada music, an hour of Grenada music, and it's high energy, good vibe. It's so much a good feeling for me, and I think we're doing very well, and we will continue to, once we produce good music and keep on. Well, I always tell people jab is a movement, and because of the everything behind the job, the purpose, a lot of people don't understand, but they just feel. It's just a feeling. It's like, it's a protest, it's a demonstration, and the purpose behind it is always a good purpose.
Yeah.
You understand?
Freedom and liberation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
liberate yourself.
Exactly. So you can't go wrong. So it's just the driving force behind that is the music, which is the drums, the conch shell, the calling, the call and answer. We cannot go wrong with the music and a voice like. With the jump posse behind that,
That hasn't changed. It remains the same from
Granny Tang, Van Dam, the coldness of So we there.
Talpri, I wish you all the best, and like I said, keep the flag of Grenada flying high. Enough love and respect.
Enough thanks.
All time.
Respect every time. Man.
Folks, I've been speaking with Uncle Wilt Talpri Cambridge, inviting you to his kids, Uncle Talpri Kids Day on Saturday at the Monrouge Playing Field, and also to Pre-Day, which is on the
7th August.
The 7th of August. Before we run off, right, I'm taking it on my hand to invite you to be a part of. You see, I look in the next studio. I'm looking for Eugenia. I don't think she contacted you as yet because you were out. GBN has a Soca Monarch edition to spice up the carnage. Okay, the prelim starts, I think, this Friday, and then the following Friday, and then the final. So you have to make your appearances as always.
Definitely, man. Once GBN calling,
one family.
Once GBN call, definitely I will be there.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
Lovely. Talpri, all the best. It's been a pleasure as always talking with you. Folks, it's 16 minutes. GT is somewhere around. I haven't seen him as yet because the light is in my eye. I know he's somewhere loafing around the studio to enter. It's just about that time for me to pack my bags and get out of here. Love you. Bye-bye.